Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Surviving Rust. My name is Casanis. In the last video, you saw how to survive your first and your second night. You may have seen farming as well, I'm not sure because I've recorded a couple of videos lately and I'm not sure which order they went up. If you haven't seen the farming video, then it's coming very, very soon. Anyway, in today's video, we are going to talk about avoiding being raided. That is one of the worst things about this game, is you are constantly raided. You build yourself up, you're feeling pretty good about your stuff, and suddenly someone comes and takes it all away. You've built yourself a nice little base or a shack or something like that. Someone finds your little base or your little shack, they break down your door, they take all your stuff and leave you with nothing. They probably murder you too. So you spawn in the middle of nowhere with absolutely nothing and you're all depressed when you come back and you think, I'm going to rage quit, and you do. So I'm going to teach you guys how to avoid that today. We are currently in a location between Factory Radtown, which is my location where I like farming. If you haven't seen that video yet, you're going to see it very soon, and that's where I actually prefer farming, so I stay pretty close to Factory Radtown. As well, I am between Civ 2. Civ 2 is just over in this direction, just up top of this hill right up here, and there are a handful of buildings that you can raid over there yourself. Pre-generated buildings, not anyone's house. And it'll always have a couple of extra boxes. Now, the other good thing about this area here is right down here in this direction, towards the water, from where I currently am, there is a ton of resources. There's always wood, there's always stone and that kind of stuff, and you can see right down here there's always animals. We've got ourselves a handful of some pigs, there's some wolves, there's a lot of good stuff, and we always get ourselves several of these animals here, several of the red animals here, which you can do some minor farming in this area if you really want to. You don't have to go all the way to Factory Town, which is actually just like a 2-minute run that way, but you can just do some farming right here. Now, the reason why I chose this area is these rock formations right here, and what I really like about these is a lot of them are kind of these dead ends. So this is where I built my little fortress right now. It's a very small fortress, but it'll serve as a demonstration. It's a dead end. People cannot really get through here. They can come up over the rocks, yes, but there's not really a lot of room back here to build behind you or anything else. And that's what you kind of want. You want to find an area that you can tuck back inside of things that's a little bit more difficult to get into. Also, I've built my building, my little base, so it stretches between this rock and this rock. So you can see it is very, very difficult to get back in there, and it's very, very difficult to get back in here. You can kind of squeeze your way in, but I've got myself these spiked walls on both sides, right there and right there. So really and truly, what you're left with is this kind of wooden face. And I've got myself a ramp going up to a metal door. Great, they need explosives to get in. And I've got myself a hole in a wall. Now you're thinking, why would you possibly have a hole in the wall? Well, first of all, this area serves as my crafting area if I really need it. I've got some fake storage right here. If I take a look inside, there's absolutely nothing inside of this storage at all. Nothing. Also, back in here, I've got myself a couple of scattered workbenches, I've got myself a campfire, and I've got myself a furnace. Now, you can leave some bits and odds and ends inside of here if you want to. I think I actually have a little bit of stuff inside of here, but nothing I really care about. Same with this guy here, right? Nothing inside of here. Nope, nothing at all. So people are going to see this, they're going to see this missing wall, and they're going to think someone has already raided this building. There is nothing inside of it. There's absolutely nothing in here. There's a workbench and that kind of stuff. Great, I can use it, but I can't open the door. That's what anyone who's raiding is going to think. I can't open the door. There's nothing inside of these boxes. There's nothing here I want, and they're going to walk away. They're going to see this area back here. They're going to think, oh, okay, spiked walls. I don't want to go back there. But that's where things get interesting. If you've built your base properly, if you've built it properly, the whole thing looks like it's already been raided, but if you build it in such a way that it's difficult to get back here, and you can still squeeze into these little tiny rocks and that kind of thing, you can add yourself a little secret room right in the back. And look at this. I've got everything I need back here. I've got myself a crate for storage. I've got myself a sleeping bag. I've got myself my friend here who's just sleeping it out. And right back here in the corner, if you've set things up properly in your main room, you're going to have access to a workbench and do all of your crafting and everything right inside of here. This is basically your logout room. This is where you want to come to log out. You come in here when you want to leave the server. If you want to do work or anything else, you're going to do it right up front, and you're going to try and make sure people aren't seeing you. You're going to think, you want people to think this area's been raided, it's all cleaned out, and they're not going to ever go back there and explore. You don't want them to see you going back there. That's kind of an important thing. Don't let them see you going to the back. Make sure you're up front here, and you're only going to the back to log out. So that is what I've done, and in fact I have actually tried this technique out on several servers, and in fact it has worked very, very well. All you have to do is, like I said, find yourself a little area that you can squeeze in between like this, and then make it difficult to get behind and make it look like your base has been raided. Once you've done that, people are not going to screw with you anymore. Like I said, I have done this on heavily populated, heavily raid-centric servers, and I have never had a problem. I hope that helps you guys avoid getting raided. I hope it helps you build up your good stuff and start to play this game a little better. Because you know what? It's very frustrating when you can't actually build anything up. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed it, let me know with a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you've got something to say. If you try this technique out and you find that it works, let me know that too, because you know what? I always love it when people tell me, yeah, I tried your stuff and it worked out. So let me know if that worked out, okay? And if you don't like it, a thumbs down is perfectly fine. Don't be afraid about giving me a thumbs down. You know, it's not going to hurt my feelings. If you think I've done something right or something wrong, let me know. And guys, if you haven't done so, please take a few seconds to subscribe. Have yourselves a wonderful day, everyone.